Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got an empties video for you guys. I've got this big full box of beauty garbage ready to roll. I have been so grouchy the last couple of days. I just got home from my friend Nancy's house. She did my nails for me. I had a physio appointment and I was like, I'm so grouchy. I'm just gonna put some lipstick on and film a video, and I think that will make me feel better. So let's dive into the box and see what we've got here. So first of all, I've got a package of Latisse. So this is an eyelash growth product. You can often buy these at like medical aesthetics salons, places like that. I had some weird feelings about it. I heard some different things about different people having some strange side effects and things like that that made me a little bit nervous, and I said screw it, I'm just gonna give it a try. So I used most of what was in here. I didn't see a huge difference with my lashes. I mean, I definitely noticed that they were darker. I didn't necessarily feel like I had more of them. Anyways, all that to say, I don't think this is for me. I haven't had much luck in terms of eyelash growth products. I sell the INV in my salon. I've seen great results on clients with it. I just don't seem to experience the same results. So this was not for me, but I didn't, however, experience any adverse side effects or any of the things that I was nervous about. None of those things happened. So nervous for no reason, but not for me. I probably wouldn't do it again. So I went through a package of my beloved pimple patches. I love these so much. So these are the Nexcare variety. I've used all different brands. I buy them on Amazon. I usually just type in acne patch and then I look for the best value for my dollar, because sometimes you can get, like this one here had 72 individual patches, and sometimes you can get ones that have only like 24. So I usually look for the most for my money so I don't have to order them frequently. I have already repurchased these, can't live without them. If you are somebody who suffers from acne, I'm telling you, these are amazing. These work better than any like benzoyl peroxide I've used or any type of spot treatment. These work better, and there's no drying ingredient. There's nothing like that. It just draws the impurities sort of out and into the patch. It's amazing. Even my husband uses them. Anyways, I could go on and on. I'm sure I've talked about these a million times. I have one more sort of little odd package here. So these were this was the Dr. Dennis Gross Extra Strength Daily Peel. So I had gotten this as a sample when I did a Sephora order. So it was sort of a two-part package. So the first part here says exfoliate and smooth, and then this says anti-aging neutralizer. So there's like a little square pad inside, and you wash your face, and when everything's dry, you kind of rub this one all over your face. What did it say? So it says right on the back, massage step 1 onto clean, dry skin until pad is dry. Wait 2 minutes, repeat with step 2. So it sort of, to me, it's like a neutralizer that goes with your peel. So I know at the salon I use a lactic acid peel. You apply that to the skin, and then there's a neutralizer that goes over top to make the peel stop working. So I took this with me when I was traveling because I knew I would break out. I always do when I'm traveling, and it's nice to have something like this that's very portable. I liked it okay, but I definitely get better results from my AHA cleanser that I use. I've talked about the Quintessence one before, and I have a pharmacy serum that I've been using that I really like that I got in a BoxyCharm. So I do like those products better. I feel them working on my skin more so than I felt this. All that to say though, if you are somebody who doesn't like a lot of sensation with a peel type product, you might really like this. I think most of what I have in here is skincare, so let's kind of keep going with the skincare. I went through a bottle of the Nivea Micellar. This was a new one. I had never seen this black bottle before, and it was specifically to remove heavy makeup and mascara. So I was like, yes, that's me. How did you know, Nivea? Okay, so they have 3 kinds. They have a normal, they have a sensitive, I think, and then they have this one. I don't notice a difference between any of them. So I like them all. I haven't had any issues. I really like the Nivea micellar water. I would, however, like to find a cruelty-free micellar water that you can buy in Canada. So if any of you know, comment below. I want to know. I am on the hunt. But as of right now, I am still using the Nivea. I think I just bought the normal one the last time. I just buy whatever's on sale. But I do really like the Nivea ones. I had bought the Avene Thermal Spring Water. This is like an aerosol can of spring water. I really enjoy these. I use them as a toner. I use them as a facial mist. I use them as like a refresher in this really hot, warm weather. I quite enjoy this one. I had used... I think there was a La Roche-Posay one that I used that I really liked. I didn't really notice a difference between that one and this one. I bought this one in a 2-pack for like the same price as the La Roche-Posay one, which is the one I went in to repurchase. So I don't need to repurchase this. I already have an extra. This was a travel size of my Bioelements Equalizer. That is the toner. That's sort of their universal toner that's good for everyone. I had a travel size of this. I brought it with me when I was away and it is expired. It smells very unusual. So I will definitely repurchase this in the future, but I will be turfing this one, and I think it's time even just to get rid of the bottle. I often like refill them, but I think this one's been refilled a few times and it just smelled really strange. So I obviously stopped using it right away. Please excuse all the lipstick that I just wiped off of my teeth. Moving on to my favorite facial sunscreen. So this is my Elta MD Clear. I cannot live without this. This has changed my life. This is the only sunscreen for the face that I have found that doesn't break me out. It is mineral, so it's made from zinc oxide. It also has niacinamide, which really, really helps with breakout prone skin. I have noticed a drastic change in my skin since I've been using this. It is a little bit on the pricier side, but it is worth every penny. I went through a deluxe sample size of the Bioelements Sleepwear for Eyes. This is their nighttime anti-aging eye cream. I love this. I think this is my, I don't know, 4th, 5th of this one. I've used it for years and years. Love it. I have not repurchased it. I'm sort of working through some things that I already had, but I will definitely buy this again in the future. All the skincare, so much skincare. I went through a lot of skincare. In the time that I was off for like 8 weeks. And sometimes there was like nothing to do but give yourself a facial. So I went through a lot of skincare, giving myself masks, doing peels, doing all the fun things. So something else I went through was the, this is by The Ordinary, and this is their hyaluronic acid serum. Hyaluronic acid is one of those ingredients that's so good for your skin regardless of your skin type. It binds up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture and actually draws moisture from the air around you into your skin. So it's a really great ingredient. I really liked this version by The Ordinary. Their products are nice. They're very bare bones, which me personally as an acne prone skin type, I appreciate that. I appreciate that I can layer my serums from them and I don't feel like I'm putting a bunch of unnecessary ingredients on my skin. All that to say, I do feel that I've used hyaluronic acid serums in the past that have been more effective than this, but using this as sort of a base for all of my other serums that I'm going to apply and then my moisturizer, it did the trick. It's very affordable. I would certainly repurchase that. Another serum that I went through was the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. I bought this, actually I bought these together. I had done, I'll link it below, I had done a little Sephora haul, I don't know, 6 months ago or something like that. I'm just starting to use up some of the products that I had purchased in that haul. This was one of them. I was on the market for a new vitamin C serum, and this is their Truth Serum. It says collagen boosted with True C complex. I loved this. I loved everything about it. I loved the way it smelled. I loved the way it felt on my skin. I loved the way my skin looked. My skin seemed to really like it. I loved everything about this. This is like a deluxe sample size, or like maybe they would call it their travel size. They have a bigger one is what I'm saying. I had bought this smaller one to try to see if I liked it. The big one is like quite expensive, so I may repurchase this small one. It lasted me a good I would say this lasted me a good 6 months, which is about the longest I would want a vitamin C serum sitting on the shelf of my bathroom. Vitamin C is one of those ingredients that breaks down very quickly, so you don't want to buy anything with a vitamin C ingredient in it, like in bulk or anything like that. So I would certainly repurchase this again, but I haven't yet. Comment below if you have a favorite vitamin C serum that is affordable that you really like, because I'm on the hunt for something else. If I don't find anything else, I will definitely buy this again. It's not that I don't like it, I just like to try different stuff all the time. So let me know in the comments. Okay, so I also used up my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream Transforming Moisturizing Super Cream. Longest name ever for a moisturizer. I quite like this. I scraped out as much of it as a long-nailed person can. I really liked this. I liked this a lot. I think this was my favorite moisturizer that we have been sent in a BoxyCharm. It worked well on my skin. It wasn't too heavy. It didn't have a really heavy fragrance to it. I felt very hydrated when I was using this, but not greasy. I normally use just a sunscreen in the summer as a moisturizer, and I have been using moisturizer in addition. I just feel I'm getting older and so my skin's getting a little bit drier, even though I'm oily. It's a whole weird thing. So I found I could wear this during the day. I would just put a little bit on after my serums, really let it soak in, and then I would go in with my sunscreen. So I really like this, so much so that I have another jar on backup. I did open something different when I finished this up, just to try something new, because I do know that I love this, but I've got one ready to go. Loved it so much. Also free with purchase from that same Sephora order, I had gotten this. So this is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. It says intense hydration for dry, parched skin, and it said on it, apply as needed head to toe throughout the day. This was not something that I wanted to put on my face for no reason except that it just didn't feel like a face cream. So I used it on my hands. My hands get very dry, and when I had my broken wrist, the hand in the cast was like a sad, like old oil painting. It was all cracked and crazy looking. So I was like, oh, perfect. I have this like ultra repair cream. It's gonna fix everything. I didn't feel like this did much for anything. I tried it on like my elbows where I have a little bit of eczema. I did it on my hands, just as like a regular moisturizer, and I just didn't feel like it packed a whole lot of punch. It was okay. Okay, moving on from there, I went through another one of these bath oils. I feel like I have one of these in every Empties video, but as I mentioned in all my other Empties videos, I had a bunch of these. I had like a whole set of 10 of them. So this was the Energizing Juniper. So this is the one they recommend if you have like sore muscles or you're feeling like more tired, you want a little like boost. So this was the one they recommended for that. I love these. I have no issue with these. I have at least 4 more to go, so love them. Okay, so let's move on to hair care from there. I've got a couple of things. So this was the Pureology Serious Color Care. I had a shampoo and conditioner sample, travel size sample. I would call this a sample. I took these when I went away. It's a very nice product. Pureology is a little bit more expensive, but they do have very high-end ingredients, and they don't have a bunch of chemicals and stuff like that in their products that some of the other brands have. So I did enjoy this. Something like this is like a one-time use thing for me because I have so much hair, so I can't speak to how your hair would do over time, if it would make your hair, you know, a lot shinier, a lot healthier, all those sort of things, because I only used it one time. But it cleaned my hair really nice, it detangled my hair really nice, smells great. I have used products from them before, and to be honest, I don't think there's anything I've tried from them that I didn't like. And I've got a couple other hair products here. So I've got the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strength Plus Moisture Leave-In Mask. So this is sort of like a leave-in conditioner for repair. I love this so much. I love it so much that I'm using it again. I had gotten this in a BoxyCharm. So I had gotten this in a BoxyCharm and it leaked inside the box. So I had about this much in there. And one of my clients God bless her. Thank you, Melissa. She brought me in hers because she was like, I'll never use this. You looked so sad in your video when it was leaking inside the box. So this was the partial bottle that I used up. Loved it so much. And then she also brought me the Rosarco milk. So this is also a reparative leave-in conditioning spray. So the difference between the two, the Rosarco milk is like a leave-in conditioner and the Don't Despair Repair is like a leave-in mask. I personally, for my hair type, I liked the Rosarco milk. I think the Don't Despair Repair did more for my hair, made my hair feel healthier, shinier, more manageable in terms of the level of frizz that I have. I have a very frizzy hair type. So if I had to choose between the two, I would choose the Don't Despair Repair, though I did really like both of them. If you're somebody who doesn't have a lot of damage, I have blonde, so it tends to be a little bit more on the damage side, then you might prefer the Rosarco milk. But if you're like me, you have a lot of damage in your hair and you deal with sort of trying to manage that, I would recommend the Don't Despair Repair. So I did have a full one of these that she gave me, which I'm now using. So very happy to have that, loving it so much. And then the rest is makeup. That's always fun. So I feel like there's like a running theme. Is there a point of me doing Empties videos anymore? Because it's just the same products over and over. Not all the same, but there's definitely like, you know, some stars that are always in here. So I did go through another bottle of my e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. This is my favorite face primer. I have another one right here. I had it on backup in the closet over there. If ever you guys would like to, I have like a backups closet where I keep like my hair products and then backups of like skincare, hair products, my favorite mascara, my favorite primer. I always keep backups of certain things like that. If that's a video you would like to see in the future, please comment below and let me know because I would be happy to do that for you guys. But I did have a backup of this in there and I love this so much. Every time I try to switch to something else, I break out and I go back to this. So I do have other primers that I'm enjoying. I do like the No Problem Prime Essence that we got in the last BoxyCharm. I just find if I use it more than a couple of, I just like slapped my leg really hard. I just find if I use it more than a couple of days in a row, I get a breakout. So it just kind of is what it is. I have that skin type. This just works so well for me and it really does help my makeup. I get really oily right here and it really does help my makeup to stay put. So okay, moving on from primer to foundation. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I have the shade LN4. I am obsessed with this. This has got to be the best foundation I've ever used. And it's at the drugstore. Their shade range is terrible. I do think they're working on, they've definitely launched some more colors than they had originally, but LN4 is a very good match for me. I love this so much. I have gotten everybody I know on this foundation. It's so good. You literally put a few stripes on your face, dab it like once with your brush, and it's gone. It just blends in so fast. It blends in seamlessly, easily. There's no brush strokes, nothing. It's just amazing. It's chef kiss worthy. It's so good. It's so good. And the thing about it is it has this finish that just looks like skin. You know, it's not super matte, it's not super dewy, it's not luminous, it's not, it just looks like skin. So I will, on my day off, wear this and not even powder. It's just got such a beautiful finish. It's, I would say, like a light to medium coverage. They describe it as a medium coverage. I wouldn't go that far. I would say light to medium, but you can definitely build it up. I just find in general, I don't need a heavy foundation all over. I rather have something like this that evens me out, makes my skin look like skin, and then I can conceal the areas that I need to conceal with another product, if that makes sense. So I love this so much. If you are on the hunt for a good drugstore foundation and you can find a shade match in this line, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend. I also went through, this is the Milani Even Touch Powder Foundation in Golden Beige. There is just the tiniest little bit here that I was like, I can't. I was like, you know, when you're like scraping the edges with your brush and like mashing it into a loose powder and using it that way, that was sort of the stage I had gotten to with this. I had it for so long. To be fair, I never used it as a powder foundation. I would always use it over top of that foundation. I generally don't wear a powder without something underneath of it. The only powder I've really been able to do that with is the Pure 4-in-1 powder foundation. That one has enough coverage that I could do that, but I really liked this. It did a great job. It is not talc free, but for some reason it did not break me out. I didn't have any issues. Generally, I don't use anything with talc like on my face, maybe just like under the eyes, but I really liked this. It was a really good color match for me. I had golden beige. Yeah, highly recommend if you're looking for a good pressed powder. I really liked that one. Another big surprise, I went through a Covergirl eyebrow pencil. These are my absolute favorite eyebrow pencils. This is the Covergirl Ultrafine Brow Pencil in Soft Blonde. I use Honey Brown on my outside edge on the tail, and I use Soft Blonde to sort of fill in the rest. Love this so much. It's my favorite. It's the best color match for me. It's my favorite formula at the drugstore, and it's cruelty-free, which makes me super happy. Will I repurchase it again? No need. I have backups. I have backups to my backups. There is nothing worse than when you're doing your eyebrows in the morning and you get one done and then you realize that you're out of eyebrow pencil and you have to somehow make the other one match. Okay, and then I went through an e.l.f. lip gloss. Always so exciting when you go through a lip gloss. I've been working on this lip gloss for like 2 years, it feels like. So I finally used it up. This was the color Raspberry. This is their Luscious Liquid Lipstick is what it's called. No, it's a lip gloss with color in it. Is there enough in there? Can we squeak a little? This is it right here. It's just a glossy lip color. It was really pretty. Felt really nice on the lips, not terribly sticky. Sometimes I would layer like a sparkly gloss over top of it because it's just like a shiny color. There's no glitter in it. I had 2 or 3 of these and this was my last one, so I won't be repurchasing it because I'm really trying to work through some glosses. I have so many glosses and some of them I've had for an embarrassing amount of time, so I am trying to work through some before I buy anything new, but I would certainly repurchase this again. I think it was like $2. e.l.f. is so inexpensive. And then last but not least, I had the Power Up Mascara by Butter London. I did not like this. First of all, I'm not a fan of these type of ones. I don't like them. I don't feel like I get enough separation of my lashes. I find it ends up being a little bit clumpy. The number one reason I didn't like this is because I found it smudged underneath my eyes throughout the day. I have a real issue with that. I have oily skin. I work very long days and I don't think any of that helps me. So I have a real issue with mascaras going underneath my eyes. I could not get this one to work for me. I tried, after applying it to the bottom lashes, I tried powdering under there and kind of hitting the ends of the lashes with the powder to try and set everything down. I am just knocking things over off my desk like one by one. I just didn't care for this. I received it in a BoxyCharm. I really gave it the old college try. It has been a long year of mascaras for me. I have been searching and hunting. My favorite mascara of all time is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I love that one so much. It's one of the very few mascaras that doesn't smudge underneath my eyes at all. But I'm really trying to make an effort, especially with the products that I use up frequently, to switch to cruelty-free alternatives. So that was why I mentioned about the Nivea. If you guys know of a good micellar water that's cruelty-free available in Canada, that's the tough part. So mascara is one of them. Mascara is one of those things. I replace my mascara at least every 3 months, quite often every 2. It just gets to a point where it's flaky and I don't want to use it anymore. So I think I have finally found an alternative to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This is not it. Not even a little bit. So I probably had lots of use left in that tube of mascara, but I just couldn't take it anymore. It was just, it wasn't working for me. So that's it for my Empties video for this time around. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always love going through all my beauty garbage for you. I love watching Empties videos. I think because it's like a whole bunch of little mini reviews in one video, and I love that so much. If you liked it enough to use it up, then I want to know about it, right? So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment below with any ideas for future videos. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!